Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
Sunday morning. With us today is Steve Moore. Well, one of the country's second best economists. We joke about that all the time. We call Larry Kudlow the first greatest economist. And Larry Kudlow had Steve had President Trump on this week. Steve Moore, what did you think?
Well, first of all, I think the best economist in the country is probably Donald Trump, given what he's done for the economy over the last 12 months. It's really been pretty incredible. As you know, on Friday, we got a very good jobs report. Blew away Wall Street. Everybody was expecting just a very little bit number of jobs, and instead we got a huge number. And so really pleased about that. We had more people working. Unemployment rate fell. Wages are up. So it's a good picture, and I think people are finally coming around to the realization that this is an economy that is a blockbuster and a lot of prosperity. As you know, we crossed the 50,000 on the Dow, which is an amazing achievement. When I first came to Washington in the early 80s, the Dow was at 1,000. So really, I think everything is looking very bright.
Well, I think 2026 is going to be a great year. And the only thing stopping us is if the Supreme Court comes down with something stupid like with the tariffs, because I think what President Trump is doing is keeping things level and making sure that we're getting good deals going back and forth. What do you think?
Well, I agree. He's a great deal maker, and I don't think it will hurt the economy too much if some of that tariff revenue has to be returned. I think he probably will lose at least a nuanced decision on some of the tariffs. So I think some of the tariffs will be left alone. And you're right. Trump has used the tariffs as a bargaining chip to get lower tariffs abroad that are imposed on us and to get freer and fairer trade. So to that extent, I think that's been a plus for the economy. Then don't forget, John, we have the big, beautiful tax bill that's really kicked in the last few weeks. So people are starting to see more money in their paycheck because less money is being taken out by the IRS. All of these are positive signs.
Understood. Now, anything else you want to tell the American people on a Sunday morning?
Well, sure. I mean, look, it's hard to. You have a perception out there that the economy is not good, and that's what the polls show. In fact, until recently, Trump was underwater on the economy in terms of people's opinion on things, but it's changing. And so what's happened is the perception is now catching up with the reality, which is that Trump's tax cuts, his deregulation efforts, his pro-American energy policies, which have dramatically increased the supply of energy, and that has brought prices down. I have a friend the other day, John, who texted me with the gas pump in Colorado. They paid $1.89 a gallon. That's pretty amazing. That's a pretty low price. So Trump's policies are working. There's no doubt about it. And the one thing that we need to do is just make sure these policies stay in place and then the public gets behind them. We've got these big midterms coming up. And I think as we approach November, people will feel much better about the economy than they do right now.
I agree with you. Well, what other problems could come up? I mean, the stock market is over 50,000. I made a prediction they could hit 60 by December 31, 26. What is your gut feeling?
Well, I'll tell you what Donald Trump is thinking. You know, he said the other day he thinks we can get the Dow 100,000 by the end of his presidency. I think that's a moonshot. But you know what? I love the fact that this guy aims high. And all I'm telling you is that the returns on stocks over the last 40 years, adjusted for inflation, have been 10% on an annual basis, John. So for young people listening to this show, you want to take your savings and put it into an index fund and let it grow with the productivity of the American economy. We are about to enter one of the greatest productivity booms in American history with the advent of artificial intelligence and the increase in robotics that are going to make more and more goods and services at lower and lower costs. So it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be an American, and thank God we have a president who is a businessman and understands how things work.
Well, Steve Moore, one of the country's top economists, thank you so much for coming on this Sunday morning, and we'll talk again real soon.
Thank you, John.